My friends, today I want to talk to you about Honkai Star Rail. Specifically, the character designs. Because we've done Genshin, we've done ZZZ, so of course it's Star Rail's turn. So the way we're going to do this is that Star Rail is hard to break them up by region, so we're going to go by path instead. We're going to do 2 paths per video, which I will group together arbitrarily. And we're going to go through all the characters. We're going to talk about their designs, what we like, what we don't like. If we have any suggestions to improve them, we will offer them. So today, the paths we will be doing are Erudition and Remembrance. Now, there isn't much grouping between these, really. It's just an arbitrary way to talk about them. There's no, like, real overlap between them. It's like a gameplay designation. But that's just how I'm breaking them up. And then we will, of course, arrange the characters in the list, as always. So, let's get started. Argenti is where we're starting. So Argenti, straight up, is just a paladin of Sheelan, if you know D&D. Knights of Beauty, like, that's just what he is. He is a Sheelan paladin. Now, I personally do like the paladin aesthetic. It's a little basic, but I love being basic. So, I do just like a guy in shining armor, okay? I like it. Now, he's got a pretty simple, classic knight suit of armor on. We've got the silver, gold, red, or white, gold, red, however you want to look at it, which is a very elite color combination. Does make him look more elite and powerful. We've got a little bit of rose imagery in here with the belt and on the side here. He's also got an earring, a little asymmetric earring going on here. I do like the little red in the pupils as well. And other than that, he do kind of be a paladin. I like some of the patterning we've got in here on this little red element in here. But as far as paladin suits go, this is a pretty classic one. I think I would prefer if this rose on his shoulder was red, just to make it, like, pop out a little bit more, you know, match with this one down here. If this rose can be red, why can't this rose be red? I get because it's, like, you know, the armor. Which, boy, that must have been a nightmare to smith like that. But, you know, Star Rail's a sci-fi game, so maybe he just 3D printed it. So, I do like how it's not a full suit of armor. While he's obviously still giving paladin, it gives it a slightly more fashion take on it, because this also just looks kind of like a coat as well at the same time, while still having some armored elements in there. But for being the Knights of Beauty, he's really lacking in, like, accessories. And I get it's hard to put accessories on, like, a fully knighted guy. Like, you can't show rings or bracelets or things like that. But when I think of, like, fashion, right? A lot of it is, like, the accessorizing and the coordination of the outfit. And, like, you can't deny this is, like, coordinated, I guess. But with, like, no accessories on here, it just leaves it feeling a little bit plain. I do like the shoulder elements, a little bit of a dangly, tassely element right here. But, like, only there, on, like, that part of the breastplate. And then nowhere else do we get another thing like that. Very strange. I like this, like, frosted highlight on his bangs here. Kind of wish that was repeated on the backside. Like, if we just got, like, a little bit of a whole frosted gradient towards the bottom of his hair, I think that would be nice, rather than just, like, this one little bit right here. And, you know, he's got the earring, so that's, like, an accessory, but he do just be, like, a pretty basic knight with a bit of a fashion twist on the uniform, but it's just a little plain. I think maybe if this gold was a slightly more vibrant color and there was more of the gold detailing on, like, the armor itself, because, like, there's gold detailing around, like, the breastplate and the shoulder, but then these legs are very barren. It's also just a little bit weird that you can just, like, see his pants and they're just, like, black slacks, almost. Like, it's, you know, that's a little plain. But there's no gold detailing, like, on the gloves. The gloves are just, like, knight armor. And then you've got a little bit of detailing at the top of the vambrace, but then that's it. Or, not gauntlet. Like, nothing on the legs except for, like, the knees. And then, like, why can't, like, this bit of detailing right here also be gold? Why can't we have more gold on the legs? The legs are just very plain. I think these, like, hanging tail elements need more detailing as well. Like, some patterning on them would help a lot. And you get some more on the back here. Yo, why is this cat getting so angry over here? You get more of it over here, with these, like, rose thorns around as well, sort of giving a bit more of the rose imagery with the thorns. But just, it's very plain, like, along this whole region down here. I would like some more patterning on this. And I do like it, because I just like paladins. But I feel like if you didn't like paladins, this would be a pretty mid design as far as knights go. He's not really doing anything crazy. For, like, Knight of Beauty, he gives, like, War of the Roses, but he doesn't, like, really give Knight of Beauty. Just not, like, extravagant enough, you know? Does look powerful, does sell the fantasy of, like, Paladin, but, like, man, Knights of Beauty? He's not selling me on beauty. He needs more on here. I think that really just committing to the full Paladin kind of, like, restricts you a bit. I think if you went for more of a cleric look instead, you could maybe go a bit harder on it, because clerics don't necessarily carry the connotation that they'll be wearing, like, full plate. So you could maybe put him in a slightly less, like, fully armored look, and that would give you more opportunity to put more of those, like, fashion elements in there, like accessories and some more, like, nice coordinating elements. Because really all you get is, like, this rose in this here. And, like, I guess also the thorn detailing on the coat. But, like, man, it's just not very fashion. But I do like it because of personal bias. So I think he's probably an A. He's the only one in A right now. But he's going to drop relatively low down in that tier as this goes on. Herda. Mini Herda. So this one's not great. So I do like that she is a doll and she has visible doll joints. We like visible doll joints as a design choice aesthetic. It's always bothered me that Scaramouche doesn't have doll joints in, like, official art anywhere. You see it a lot in, like, fan art, but, like, he should definitely have doll joints. Anyway, so I like that she has doll joints. And that's where my nice things to say about the design kind of end. Because, boy, is she fucking basic apart from those doll joints, dude. So I do like this. I like this big lock that she has here and the key necklace. These are interesting accessories. Also provides a bit of symmetry with the Herta. Because we'll see this character again fully grown. Because this is, like, the lady's, like, little copy, basically, the doll she made. So you get a little bit of symmetry with her design, with these elements as well, which is nice. I like the purple inlay on the coat. That's also very nice. The chain that goes around is quite nice as well. A little bit of a hardware element in there. This flower is nice on the hat. Apart from that, boy, she do be a girl in a dress with, like, a coat. I do like the coat has a little bit of a cutout, so you can also see the doll joints on the shoulders as well. That's nice. But, what else even to say? Yeah, at least with the... She's got the bare leg problem, but at least she has, like, doll knees. So that kind of gives some more visual interest. These boots are a little bit boring. Not sure why they're held together by a pin, like a big old... That type of pin has a specific name, but I can't think what it's called off the top of my head. Whatever. You know, they're fine. I think I would like taller boots on her. And So I guess that's recurring. It's here as well. So this is a bit of coordination in the outfit, because she's got these big pins here and down there as well. So I guess that's nice that they're coordinated. It's a little bit of a weird choice, but whatever. Pushpin? Is that what they're called? It's something or other. She's very basic. Her hair is unexciting. Her hat is quite dull, apart from the flower. There's, like, very little going on with the coat. We've got some nice stuff hidden away in the back here behind the hair. Like, this is a bit more interesting. But this is basically just a lesser version of another character that we're about to go to next. There's a bit of nice layering in the dress here as well, actually. You get some nice layering in there. Checker pattern helps break it up a little bit as well. But outside of, like, these couple of, like, accessories in here, she's really got nothing going on. But also, she is kind of like... she's designed as a lesser character, and, like, the character that made her probably wouldn't care to dress the dolls up that hard anyway, so... I guess it makes sense, but... basically, her design is carried by the fact she's got doll joints. Outside of that, she's kind of just, like... a girl with, like, pale hair in a dress. The coat's at least got an interesting cut, so it gives her a kind of nice silhouette, but really not much to report on Herta. Just, like, man, maybe, like, put more of this kind of hardware stuff on her. Give her some taller boots. This dress is just really boring. Can we just replace this dress with something else completely? Like, can we just completely replace the dress with something else? Or maybe make it a bit more interesting. Maybe carry some of this, like, purple energy here and, like, back here. Maybe carry some more of that energy through the dress. I would like if the dress was a bit longer as well. I think that this character needs a slightly longer dress. But really not much to report on Mini Herta. She's, like, a pretty mid design. I'm going to put her in C. And she's going to be a low C as well. You can't actually see the... there we go. Let's move over a little bit. You can kind of see. They go in the order you expect them to. Alright, but next... the Herta. And so now we have the full realized character, basically. So here's the recurring element. She's also got the key necklace, and she's got, like, not a lock, literally, but it's in the dress. Question. Do you think that if you put this key in the hole and turn it, the whole outfit just pops right off of her? I think that's how that should work. So, her design is great. It's excellent. I love it. It's a modern twist on a classic witch outfit. Because you get witch immediately with, like, the hat, but then this is also, like, a witchy kind of dress as well. But then you get these very modern extra bits in there, like these belts, the stockings, the, like, bodice piece with all these leather and, like, the sheer elements in there. Gives it a modern twist on, like, the classic witchy look. This, like, hand-thigh thing she's got here, very interesting. Quite eye-catching. We get more of the, like, lock and key imagery repeated throughout as well, because she's also got keyholes on the sleeves. These look like keys on the boots. It's repeated throughout the outfit. The hat, very nice hat. Very nice witch hat. Good shape, gives her a lot of silhouette, obviously, but then with, like, this extra, like, luminescent element and the flowers. Excellent touch as well. This is also kind of like this on the neck as well, so we've got a bit of coordination between those two elements there as well. Sleeves are very good. A lot of nice layering in there. Got a lot of fabrics, different kinds of fabrics in here, because we've got the sheer elements, the flowing fabrics, the leather, a little bit of hardware in there as well. A lot of nice mix of fabrics, some nice layering as well. And good, strong silhouette with the hat and the slightly weird cut to the dress as well. Not much going on in the back, but her hair is quite nicely braided. And I like the boots. The boots are very good. Nice that they're asymmetrical. I like asymmetric design elements, but the boots by themselves are just very nice. with this repeating pattern down the front and also the like key as well. Very nice. Good patterning around the bottom of the dress. I think that Herda's design is cinema. I love it. And no notes. It's fantastic. I truly have no complaints. I think that this is a nailed it design. I like it from top to bottom. Can I find anything I would even nitpick about? I don't think so. I really like her design. I think it's great. Maybe shouldn't be wearing heels is like the only thing I might say, but it's great. I also like that this slightly, because this is a pretty dark outfit overall, but then on the inside of the dress, you've got this slightly lighter shade of purple, which makes her legs pop out as well, which is nice. Kind of pulls her away from the back of the dress. So you can still, like, visually see everything. Because if these were also, like, a dark color on the inside, this area might get a little bit visually hard to tell apart at a glance. So that's a nice extra touch in there as well. But yeah, it's, you know, it's really good. Lots of layering, coordination, good colors, strong design elements, unusual fashion twists. It's a nice, like, fashionable modern twist on a classic witchy look. She's also just, like, evil Lisa. I mean, Herda's not evil, but, like, you know what I mean. If you know the Herda, you know what I mean. I think Herda's an easy S. I think she's absolute cinema. No notes. Say what you will about the character, but her design, perfection. Himiko. So, Himiko is a very high fashion, luxurious outfit. It does suffer from the problem that she is Genshin white and is also wearing a white dress. So you lose a little bit of the dress against her skin tone. It doesn't complement her skin tone very well. But apart from that, it's very nice. I like the big coat as an extra element as well. And she's wearing it unusually, with only the one sleeve actually in. I think I would like if it had a slightly bigger collar, or a slightly sharper sleeve, or not sleeve, shoulder, to give her a bit more of an authoritative look. But, you know, the coat, very good. The detailing around this, like, leaf pattern on the dress with the gold, very nice. And we get just a little bit of a peek at what's going on underneath as well, which is very nice. I kind of wish that, honestly, we had more of, like, this gold and black rather than the white and black. I think that this would look better overall than the white, especially against her skin tone. But as it is, we get just, like, a little bit of a peek at what's going on underneath. I really like the red on the inside of her dress. Her legs are quite bare, but they're covered on one side, and then the red on the background contrasts quite nicely with her skin tone. Very good coordination, because we've got these gold flower elements up here in the hair, then that's obviously repeated on the neck, the body, around the waist, and then down here as well on the little bit of the, like, garter element underneath. Good coordination. It's also on the inside of the coat. And my complaint, basically, I like the one glove look as well. My complaint, basically, is that because it's white on white, you just lose some of this, like, body piece against her skin. I think it would be improved by having just more of this gold, maybe the more of this gold element around, like, some of the edge. Because the one solution is just to change either the color white of the dress, or to change her skin tone to be slightly more tan, which they would never, as we all know. But the other solution would be to put something kind of around the edge of the dress, if we don't want to change its color. So that kind of, like, pulls it away from the skin tone a little bit. So some more of this gold around the edge, or maybe a little bit of the red around the edge. Not even necessarily a lot, just like a little bit of outlining around the dress would help kind of, like, pull it off of the skin and break it up a little bit, which would be nice. I like this, like, hint of red along the side here as well. I you know, like, the coat's obviously a pretty big part of her design, but I kind of wish it was more. Like, I wish, rather than wearing it like this, I wish it had, like, bigger shoulders, like power shoulders, and, like, a bigger collar, and she was just fully wearing it like a cape. Like, she didn't have either sleeve on and just had it on as a cape. Maybe with, like, a bit of a fur thing around the inside of the collar as well. Because I think the coat is nice as it is, but I think the coat should be pushed a bit more. And if she's wearing it as a cape, with, like, bigger shoulders and a furred element, it would really convey that kind of, like, authoritative, like, kind of, powerful character, which, like, you know, she's kind of like a mentor-ish figure, so that would help, especially with, like, how you're introduced to her. I just think the coat should be a little bit more integrated, and I think the dress needs to be kind of pulled away from the skin tone a little bit. But other than that, this is just, like, a pretty classically, like, high-fashion outfit, you know? Like, she does look like she could have just stepped off a runway. But I have my complaints with it. Coat should be more integrated, and more than it already is, and the dress needs to be pulled away from her skin tone a little bit. But apart from that, no major complaints. I think Himiko is definitely an A, but she... Boy, they sure do look similar when you see just, like, the tiny little pictures of them. They're even talking to each other. They're siblings. But yeah, Himiko, good, but I have a few complaints I would like to be rectified. Otherwise, good. Good. Jing Yuan. So, you pretty much get it immediately. He's Chinese general, you know? That's what he's giving immediately. A very traditional, like, military uniform look that he's got going on here. And it's good. It's a pretty, like, sharp, powerful look. This belt is very good. I like all of these, like, hardware elements in there. Like, the belt being so metallic against all the fabric makes it stand out very nicely. Got a lot of nice patterning. I always like these, like, kind of geometric patterns. Kind of like Zhongli's outfit. I like these, like, geometric patterns that you get. This cylinder contrasts quite well because he's mostly red, but then you've got, like, these couple of little blue elements in here that contrast nicely. And these swinging elements off the shoulders. These, like, not, like, two half capes, I guess. Give him a lot of, like, movement and drama. That's good. We got a little tassel down here. He's got a lot of, like, moving, flowing elements, which gives drama, movement, action. He's got a door knocker on his elbow, on his shoulder, which is an interesting design choice. I guess in case he's EP and you need to wake him up, you could just knock on this and that would wake him up. I do think his hair is a little bit basic. You know, it's kind of messy, unkempt up in the ponytail. I don't know, I'm just not crazy about the hair. I think it could be maybe a slightly more vibrant color. Because we've got some pretty, like, desaturated colors in here, which is, like, fine for the type of character he is, but it makes him look a little visually dull to me. I like bright, saturated colors in my character designs. It's how I am. I like bright colors. But I like there's a little face in this, like, hard element on his shirt as well. I don't know if that's intentionally a face, but I see a little face in there. And much like Argenti, this kind of is what it is, where he's giving general, and he's just got, like, a pretty classically sharp look. Red, gold, white. Very, elite color combination as well. Like, he does look authoritative. He looks in charge. And, yeah. Personal design thing that I really like. I really like when the, like, gloves or sleeves on an outfit have this little thing that hooks around the middle finger. I don't know why. I just always like that. It's such a little teeny tiny thing, but I always like when I see that in there. I think I would like if this guy's boots were bigger and, like, stronger looking. Like, the boots are fine, but I think he could stand to have, like, bigger, thicker boots than he's got on. And the pants are kind of dull. Just like this basic red. It's fine, but I think the boots would probably fix that if they were like slightly taller and thicker. I think that would probably help already. We got like more of this gold detailing around the bottom of like the edge of this as well. Like the fact that this flowing element just kind of cuts off with nothing along the edge looks a little like visually weird to me. I think some gold detailing around the edges would be nice. Anything else really? Not much to say. It's just like a classically well-structured general look, you know? It's selling him, the character. It's selling, like, the fantasy of the character, certainly. Yeah. He looks pretty good. Not much to say, really. Not many complaints in there. Just a little bit basic for my tastes, but what he's doing, he's doing fine. I don't think I like him enough, personally, to put him in A. Because this is ultimately a biased list. Like, do I personally like the character design? And, like, it's fine, but, you know, I never really quite got, like, all the, like, when the game first came out, people were, like, really excited for this guy. I never really got it, to be honest. He's okay. He's alright. Kikwe? Kinkwe? I don't know. It's something. So, this is a very classic Hoyo female character design. It's a lady, a young lady in like the classically structured dress that you see a lot, especially with the Genshin characters. Like you see this structure in the outfit a lot. I do like that her like dress has this like turtleneck sweater vibe also. Like it's got that kind of like sweater cut along the shoulders and then this turtleneck around it as well. That's an interesting little extra thing in there for the dress that makes it stand out a little bit. We do have some very nice layering with the green, black, white, green again. Very nice layering there with this like pop of red with the dangling tassel as well. But, oh, we got a bow in the back as well. That's very nice. Yeah, this is like very much like a sweater while also being a dress. So that's at least a nice little extra bit of design in there. But apart from that, we do not have much to say. We do have a little friend here. Little bird friend in the hair. So that's cool as well. And we've got a little bit of coordination on the shoes. Because we've got this, like, green dangling element here as well. Which kind of synergizes with the dress. And then all these bows. But a little bit of asymmetry because there's no bow there. That's cool. And then there's not much else to say about it. So, you know, it's really basic. It also, like, doesn't give me much of the character, right? Like, she's not giving any fantasy, really, is she? You know? Same problem that, like, Herta had, now that I think about it. There's just not much fantasy to this design, but Herta at least was also, like, doll-jointed, so that helped. This lady? She's just, like, a girl in a dress, and, like, it's a fine dress, you know? I would be fine wearing that dress, but what's the fantasy for this character? Like, you don't get really any of the aspects of her character. You don't get, like, her profession from this. You don't get, like, Slacker from this. And, like, her big thing, like, gameplay-wise, is she does, like, Mahjong as her attacks. And, like, you don't get Mahjong from this either. Like, none of her character traits are reflected in her design. Like, you know, maybe, like, pick at least one of these and kind of go with it. Because, like, there's a character in this game that we'll get to is, like, a gambler, and everything about his design screams gambler. So can we maybe get, like, some elements in here that kind of communicates that she's, like, a Mahjong player? Or that, like, she's a slacker? Maybe we could make her look, like, untidy and a little unkempt. Like, she gives no fantasy and reflects none of her core character traits. Like, we could put some, like Mahjong at first glance seems kind of hard to put into a character design, but, like, they have they have suits in the tiles, like card suits on the tiles. We could put some of those elements on here. Like, we could just pick one of them, because there's dots, numbers, and bamboo. And, like, we could just pick one of those and, like, kind of put that in there. There's also the 3-colored dragons. We could put those in here. She's already kind of green, so we could, like, pick the green dragon. And then kind of, like, put some more of that kind of design element in there to tie her into, like, Mahjong. If we want to go with, like, slacker, kind of, like, lazy and always, like, bunking off work, then we could just put her in, like, an untidy outfit. Like, put her in just, like, you know, the thing is, what I'm picturing is basically, like, a shirt and pants. Like, we do this, like, kind of sweater look. And then we just kind of make her look a little bit untidy and a little unkempt to convey slacker. Or we could just do, like, works at the Divine Commission and just put her in, like, kind of a more official looking outfit. Like, basically, can we just pick one of these character traits and kind of, like, really emphasize that? Because there's no fantasy in this character. She's just a girl in a dress, and that's super lame. It doesn't even feel like a highly personalized outfit outside of this, like, sweater element. And also the friend in the hair. Like, it doesn't even feel, like, particularly personal for her. It's very boring. I don't care for it, like, at all. I think she's a D. Real snoozer of a character. Serval. Now, Serval is fucking cool. Is she not just cool? Now, this is a rock and roll outfit. I like it a lot. I really like the hair with the little highlight in there and the, like, asymmetric earring. That's very cool. And then the hair in the back. Oh, baby. That's fucking cool. Luminescent highlights. Awesome. Love it. All of the classic, like, rock and roll kind of accessories. We've got the belts. We've got that classic, like, arm warmer sleeve thing in there. It's also, like, a couple hints of pink. Just, like, a little splash of, like, a feminine touch in there. This dress, super eye-catching and striking with this, like, black and white thing she's going. Little electric tattoo in there as well to, like, tie her into her element a little bit. These, like, asymmetric boots. Like, this is a really strong boot. But then, like, the asymmetry on it is also very nice. Like, but the boot itself, like, that's a fucking great boot. Love all these, like, hardware elements that are sprinkled in here as well. That's all very good. Love the stockings. Yeah, we've got a nice silhouette. We've got, like, a little hint that she also kind of, like, does a little bit of, like, tinkering and inventing, because she's, like, burned a hole straight through a piece of her clothing down here. Get a little bit of that as well. It's great. She's just fucking cool, dude. She's iconic. Easily the best character on her planet, in my opinion. And, yeah, like, I don't really have anything to complain about. I think she looks great. I love it all. Even nice layering in the belt. And, like, you know, that's rock and roll. That's selling me on the rock and roll fantasy. And she just looks great. I love this, like, big feather thing on, like, a very strong statement piece on the neck there. And, you know, what else? Like, we got nice mix of fabrics again, because we got, like, jeans, leather, fabrics, hardware. You know, good layering. Like, it's great. It's fashion. It's very highly coordinated. Feels extremely personal. Right now, you know, the last lady, whose name I still don't know how to say, no fantasy, no personalization. This one, all fantasy, all personalization. Feels extremely Serval. And very much selling, like, the rock and roll fantasy. It's actually more burned. I just realized there's more in here as well. Gives a little bit of, like, lab coat as well on, like, the light side. And then, like, gives more rock and roll on the other side. So a nice little bit of contrast in the design there. It's great. Serval, she's cinema. Also kind of, like, a lot of colors in here, and yet they don't clash with each other. Because we got the light pinks, blues, white, black, red even. Like, a lot of colors in here, but they all work quite nicely together. I mean, white and black obviously do, but, you know. And also, saturated colors. I love saturated colors. Very saturated blues, very saturated pinks. Very good. Very good. Cheese Cinema. Absolutely iconic design. Easy S. Jade. So, Jade, giving a bit of a similar thing to Himiko, in my opinion. Sort of that half suit, half dress look, kind of. And this is a very high fashion outfit. This is like a runway piece. I like the texturing, patterning. I'm not exactly sure how you would describe it. I like that this half of her dress looks like the facets of a gem. I think that's an extremely cool touch. The hat's obviously a very strong statement piece, and I like the gradient in there as well. And you've got this nice, like, star pattern that goes down the dress as well. Nice patterning there. Some big asymmetry, obviously, with the dark and then the white over here. Asymmetry in the gloves as well. Name's Jade. Jade's like her stone, that's like her power kind of thing. And you get the jade in like these little gold jade bangles that she's got in there as well. This belt, very nice belt. Unusual kind of design with the half leather, half metal, and then the metal is like woven together. Very cool. I feel like this is a character that should be wearing a lot more jewelry. Like, I feel like she should have like a lot of rings on. I do like this like chain bracelet thing underneath this jade bangle. That's very cool. I think that her suit could stand to have stronger shoulders. Because these are sharp, but I would like them to be a little, like, bigger and sharper still. Very nice, like, cutaway element coming down the sleeves here as well, with this, like, purple highlighting on the inside as well. Very nice, all good. The jade is coordinated with the necklace, because we got these little jade bangles all the way up. Her legs are very bare. I never like the very bare legs. I would prefer if she was maybe wearing a boot, or if like this half of the dress at least covered like this leg a little bit more. Put some stockings on her, maybe like a slightly more pronounced garter kind of element in here. I just don't like the like super bare looks. It's bare legs. It's very nothing going on in that region. And you get it a lot with Hoyo characters, well, female Hoyo characters. You get this, like, totally bare leg thing going on, and I'm just never very happy about it. Does just basically feel like she needs some more jewelry, Ayama. More rings. And she is wearing, like, a fair bit of jewelry, but I feel like she should have more. Because she's a very kind of money character, and she does look like money. But I think more gold, like, accessories in here would push that a little bit more. But this is just a very classically fashionable outfit. It's very well put together, very structured, and with some very strong statement pieces in here. It's very fashionable, undeniably. Does sell her character, does sell the fantasy. When she ults, she steps on you, you know, that she's that kind of character. She uses a whip and then steps on you, like, she does sell that kind of, like, character fantasy in the outfit as well. I don't think there's much to complain about. My problem mostly is just the legs, and I feel like more accessories would be nice. But a pretty good design. A pretty good design. Yeah. Not too much else to say. I don't know if I said it, but I really like the gradient on the inside of the hat as well. That's very nice. Which, I wonder, yeah, it's definitely a gradient. That's not the same color as her hair. I was like, I wonder if it's meant to be kind of like the light bouncing off of her hair, but they're a different color, so it can't be that. It's like the gradient is on the hat. Yeah. I just really love this, like, gem thing that she's got going on the jacket here. And, like, the organization, like, Jade, this organization, the IPC, kind of has this thing going on with a few elite soldiers where they're all like gems, and this is kind of a recurring thing that you see with them because Topaz also has this. Does Aventurine have that? I'm not sure if Aventurine has this kind of thing on his outfit, but Topaz definitely does. So I like this kind of like gem facet thing as like a connective element between them. I don't remember if Aventurine has that on him. He might. I'm just gonna check real quick. He kind of does, but it's much less pronounced because it's kind of on like an accessory more than him, like a little scarf thing. But it's very much a part of Topaz, so I like this as kind of like a connective element, you know, between them. And it's just a really cool effect. Like, it just looks very good. So, yeah, good design. Not much to complain about with Jade. Just, man, those legs. Boy, howdy. Those legs sure do bother me, but I think she's definitely above Argentine. Is she above Himiko? I think she's above Himiko. Yeah. Rappa. So, Rappa, I do like. So, she's like Jet Set Radio Ninja, basically, is her thing. And I like that you have like just enough connective elements in here that you do get ninja from the design. Because you get this kind of like kunoichi vibe with the like fishnet stocking kind of elements sprinkled throughout. This red scarf is obviously doing something really weird, but it reminds me of like Shinobi, when you've got like the white ninja outfit with the red scarf coming off of it, you know? It kind of reminds me of that as well, so I like that. And then the spray can. I'm pretty sure this is nonsense, but it does look like Japanese writing. I don't think that is actually anything. And then this kind of like wavy pattern on the can is something you get with like a lot of traditional kind of Japanese art. So you get like just enough kind of elements in there. Also, the belt is a ninja star. So you get like just enough of those kind of elements in there that you get ninja from the design, even though it has very little to do with like a traditional ninja outfit as we think of them. So I do like her design a lot. The one thing I have never liked very much is her helmet thing. It looks goofy. I do not like the hat very much. But everything else I'm a big fan of. The cropped jacket, we love a cropped jacket. Oh, we've got like a Naruto headband situation on the arm here as well, I've just noticed. So yeah, a little bit more. We love a cropped jacket. And then this like big asymmetry, because this side just doesn't have a sleeve, and then this side's all sleeve, but with an interesting cutaway element. I like the choice to like tie the shirt up a little bit as well, just a bit of an interesting extra touch in there. I like these straps on the hips. It implies a bit of a weird underwear situation going on here, but I do like these like straps here. They just add a little bit extra, because otherwise the stomach area would be quite bare with this being so high up. So that helps break it up a little bit. These pants are, no, well, they're not pants, are they? These legs are interesting. You know, I'm not sure if I like them or not. This is a character that should not be wearing heels, but, you know, female character in a gacha game, what can you do? Scarf, obviously the big statement piece here with this, like, fire effect that's coming off of the end of it. Obviously just very cool. And then you get these graffiti elements that are very obvious throughout, because we've got the paint all over, she's got the can, and then you've got these, like, big graffiti designs on the scarf and everything, and on the shirt. So you very much get, like, graffiti Jet Set Radio Ninja from her. Very cool, I think, to be able to make such a modern like outfit, but then give it just enough of a sprinkling of that like ninja kunoichi that you kind of still get it. Maybe not at first glance, but if you like look at the outfit a little bit more, you start to see all the kind of elements popping out, and you go, oh, she's like a ninja. Gotcha. I also like these like zippers. weird choice in there, but I do like that. And this is obviously a very personalized outfit, which I like a lot. I'm not crazy about the hot pants. I'm just never crazy about, like, this sort of pants situation, personally. I think I would prefer if she had, like, high-waisted shorts. But I just like high-waisted stuff, especially on female characters, so that's a personal thing for me. That's just for me. But I think her design is very strong, and I think it's very cool that you still get the ninja fantasy while also giving, like, this, like, Y2K streetwear look at the same time. Very cool combination of styles, really works, feels very personalized, has a lot of fantasy to it. I think Rappa is an easy S. She's probably above Serval, but she's not above Herda. Anaxa, the last Erudition character before we go to Remembrance. So, this is a very cool outfit while also giving a very scholarly look. Like, it's got a few things going, because it gives, like, scholar mage, and a little bit of pirate, honestly, I get from this. But maybe mostly because of the eye patch, but I could see, like, this as being kind of like a higher class pirate kind of outfit at the same time. We got a few things going on here. Love all the gold detailing in here. This is a very nice shade of blue. And this big, like, space thing that he's got going on his chest here. Obviously very cool effect and everything. Love that. Love the cape element. Very good. This he's got, like, the big, strong shoulders that I've wanted to see a couple times now. He's got that. That's nice. Love this red thing here. Love the hands, lots of rings. Love a character with lots of rings. And then this big, like, tattoo, I guess, thing. Very nice. Asymmetric with the gloves. I like that the gloves are a little weird, because they got this cut out on them as well. And, just a very, like, classy, fashionable look. I also like that he doesn't look like most of the characters from his planet, because he doesn't have, like, that... The place he's from has kind of a big Greek aesthetic, and he does not have that, which is good for me, because I do not like the, like, classical Greek aesthetic very much. Doesn't do it for me. So yeah, I like this guy's vibe a lot. I think his eye is quite fun. Like, this combination of colors and the pattern, I think, is quite fun. And then we've got the eye on the eye patch. Like, this is a very fashionable eye patch. I like that a lot as well. Nice little earring in there as well. And even a little thing on his hair as well. So, we've got, like, a lot of nice fashiony extra things in here. The one strap going across the belt. This is quite a striking belt as well, now that I'm looking at it. Feels like a very structured, like, put-together outfit because of all these kind of, like, these, like, lined elements in here might remind me of, like, structural kind of elements, like, you know, like, when I say structural, I mean, like, the kind of things you find in buildings, like holding them together, you know, that kind of thing. Feels very structured in that way. I like that you get these little pops of red throughout the outfit as well, because you've got the earring here, and then at the bottom as well, on the hand as well. Always nice to have, like, this one little pop of color in there. It kind of makes you scan the whole outfit from top to bottom when you've got, like, this one thing catching your attention. And then in the back, like, great patterning, great detailing back here as well. This is all fantastic. Yeah, great outfit. This guy, you know, fashion, very fashionable, a lot of fantasy, a lot of layering as well, a lot of layering stuff in here as well. A lot of the characters kind of have nice layering to their outfits, which is good. Yeah, great outfit. Really love this shade of blue. Really good. And, like, the big centerpiece on his chest. Anaxa, he's got a great design. No notes, really. I think he's pretty peak. He's up there. I like him less than Rappa, though I think that's a personal bias thing. I think objectively he's probably better than Rappa, but I like Rappa's design. But great design. He looks awesome. Aglaya. So this is where you get more of that, like, Greek aesthetic, right? You know? So now Aglaya has the big problem of being Genshin white and then wearing a white dress. And, like, the gold that they have chosen for her design is also a lighter shade of gold. So she really has the problem where the dress gets lost against her skin tone, which is not ideal. And, like, this element over here on her arm, you can, like, barely see it at all. Like, you know, it's not great. So, I get that you're going for this, like, luxurious white and gold look on the dress, so you probably don't want to change, like, the color of the dress. Can we just make her skin a little darker? Just, like, just give her a tan. Like, she doesn't... Just a little bit. To make it contrast with the outfit just a little bit more. If we don't want to do that, can we do what we could have done with Himiko, where we make the gold, like, take some more of, like, this kind of gold shade and, like, put it along the edge so it kind of pops the dress out a little bit? Because, like, this whole region kind of gets lost against the skin tone. Other than that, though, you know, it's a very luxurious, like, fashionable outfit. This is another thing I would not be surprised to see on a runway. I really like these gold shoes. Those are very nice. Yeah, shoes. This little garter element in here, nice. And, you know, big, like, floral, laurel kind of, imagery repeated all throughout the outfit. I do like this specific element on her sleeve with these, like, flowers and, like, the darker bow with the bright yellow inside. That's very cool. I like that. But this is just a very one-note color scheme. She does also have under highlights, which is very cool. I like under highlights a lot, even though it's not super obvious because it's, like, yellow against blonde hair, but it's still in there a little bit. I do like that. Interesting cut on the dress in the back, which is nice as well. Gives it a bit more of an interesting silhouette. But it's just very... Monochrome is not the right word, but you know what I mean, right? Where it's all like... We're not using much space on the color wheel. It's all very in the same region, which would be, like, fine, I think, if she was a darker skin tone, because everything kind of gets, like, a little muddled together for me. I do like her eyes. This, like, green-blue with the yellow. I do like that. That's nice. But, and this neck piece, that's great. Love this, like, bright yellow, like, tattoo on the titty as well. That's nice. But yeah, just like, man, not colorful enough for my tastes. I guess maybe the problem is that, like, I'm colorblind, so, like, maybe the color situation isn't as bad as I perceive it to be, but I think she is really dull color-wise. The dress is, like, fine. You know, it's like a beautifully cut and put together dress with very nice patterning on there, and, like, these sleeve elements are nice, but the color scheme is... her color scheme is really, like, what kills it for me. It's just all so the same, man. Like... And yeah, it looks, like, rich and opulent and luxurious and all that, but... we're just not using a whole lot of, like, the color spectrum, and I don't like that. Like, even just, like, a couple of, like, complementary elements in here, like, maybe just, like, a slight pop of, like, a blue accessory or two would help. Just, like, man, really not digging the color scheme. Needs more color, needs her to be, like, a little tan, at least. Maybe use more of this kind of shade of gold than this shade of gold. It's really the color scheme that I don't like. I think the color scheme needs some pretty big changes. I don't like her very much. I'm tempted to put her in C, but then I would be putting her next to Mini Herda, and that just doesn't feel right. That just doesn't feel right. I think she's going to be a low B. Castoris. Now, this is a nice dress. So she's got some of that sort of under-highlighting going on in the hair, which I like. But we've got that kind of, like, traditional kind of Genshin dress cut here, but a little bit extra, because we've got this longer swooping element to the tail, which is a little bit like burned away, which is like a little extra nice thing in there. We've got some nice cutout elements as well to give it a little bit more visual interest. And then we've got, of course, big flower butterfly imagery. We got the big butterfly there. We got the flowers. We got these that kind of look like they could be butterflies or flowers, depending on your perspective. I really like this, like, trailing ribbon that we've got right here. That's very nice. And she's got, like, this kind of, like, death decay thing. And she also has a dragon as well. So that's where you get kind of, like, these, like, burned away elements. Kind of, like, a little bit death and decay and a little bit, like, I have a dragon as a pet kind of, visual motif in there. This is an outfit that has a lot of fantasy to it, right? Like, this is something that just looks very beautiful and very pretty and would be just, like, fun to wear. I like this, like, hair situation. Like, she's got a really unique hair thing going on back here with these, like, hooping elements, the butterfly in there again, and then these, like, long ponytails that are, like, cinched in the middle. Very unique and interesting hair design back there. I like this kind of, like, reversed crown thing she's got going on as well. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Darkest Dungeon, now that I'm looking at it. They have, like, a similar kind of crown thing. A little more hard-edged than this, but you know what I mean. I like her eyes as well, even though they're a little bit more plain. Just, you know, pink and purple, good colors, good colors. The stockings are nice. I like the, again, more of that, like, butterfly flower imagery repeated throughout. It's more butterfly than it is flower, but, you know, got more of that repeated throughout, even on the shoes themselves. So big coordination throughout the outfit. And, yeah, really striking, good colors, good fantasy, good, like, little extra touches in here as well. I really like this, like, ribbon. With this ribbon situation swooping down from here. But yeah, great. Good silhouette. Very striking character design. I think she is, like, the standout design for this planet. Like, super, super striking. A lot of fantasy. Just a very beautiful outfit. Yeah. Great design. No notes. She's another cinema. It counter to Genshin, where it was mostly the tall men that were holding it together. The tall women are really holding it together this time. Doing great. Do I like her more than Rappa? I think I do like her more than Rappa, but I don't like her more than the Herda. I'm not sure if I like anyone more than Herda's design. Herda's gonna be hard to move. I like her design a lot. Hyacine. So, I'll say it. This is just pink Barbara. We're all thinking it. That's just pink Barbara. Now, she does have trans flag colors in the hair and head region. We love to see it. And we love Fat Fuck. Her pet. Iconic. We love it. And this is just like, it is like a nice dress, but it's like that structure we've seen a million times before with not a whole lot to differentiate it. I do like these like cape elements back here. She does have a pretty strong silhouette, especially with this super weird hair thing she's got going on right there. And like, you know, these like cape elements are very nice. It's a very nice, like, combination of colors. This is a very luxurious red with the gold. And it's complemented quite nicely by this, like, pop of, like, teal blue. Very nice. Legs are quite bare, but this dress hangs a little lower, so it's not the end of the world. I like these, like, bows with the bells on the shoes. Those are very nice. Not wearing heels, which is nice. We must always remark when we have female character not wearing high heels. You know, just wearing, like, loafers. Cool. Awesome. Great. We love a little bit of variety in the footwear. The hat is interesting. I don't know that I would say I like it. It's not really... No, it is a hat. It goes all the way around. Like, from the front, it's kind of like tiara kind of thing. But no, it is a hat. It's certainly interesting. I don't know that I would say I like it, but it is an interesting accessory to be wearing. Certainly. But she do just be pink Barbara. And it's just like... You get really tired of seeing, like, this dress structure on the female characters, like the smaller female characters in particular. Like, you just see this kind of dress a lot. Particularly in Genshin, and it just gets very repetitive unless they do something really unique to kind of pull it away from that structure. And this is doing nothing like crazy to make this dress look super unique and stand out. It's like a straight upgrade over Barbara's design, but it's just giving Barbara if she was a 5-star, and like that's just kind of boring, right? Like, I think I would like if she had, like, a longer cut dress and we emphasized more of this, like, red element. Because I do really like this, like, luxurious red, like, velvety kind of looking part with, like, the gold and everything. I like that a lot. I would like that to be more emphasized. So if we could, like, elongate the dress and just kind of, like, make that more pronounced, that would be great. I would like that a lot. These sleeves are also super boring. Can we, like, pep these up a little bit, maybe? Put some more of this kind of, like, red stuff on the sleeves as well. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. We could also cover up more of this, like, super white leg situation. Again, it's not the end of the world because the dress isn't super short, but it could be longer, and that would also help with it. I would like to replace the hat. Maybe just kind of, like, keep, like, this kind of, like, wing and, like, gold thing and kind of, like, work that in there a little bit instead as a piece of headwear rather than the hat. I don't really like the hat very much. Yeah, those are my major complaints. Just super repetitive dress design. You see it a lot with the Hoyo characters, and I'm just kind of snooze, you know? It's better than Herta, easily, but... Evernight. March 7th, looking in the mirror. Despite everything, it's still you. So, her design is super cool. I like it a lot. This question mark earring is a super unique fashion accessory. And then we got this other super unique fashion choice where we've got this, like, melting, dripping thing as well across the jacket. And then on the shoes a little bit as well with this white element down here. Super cool, extra unique thing in there. Love the pops of red all throughout, all the way down to the heel. Makes you scan the whole outfit. And then the jacket is absolute cinema. This goo element is very cool, but, like, just the jacket or it's like a jacket dress combination. Very cool. Absolute cinema right there. Reminds me a little bit of, like, this year's Met Gala kind of thing with this, like, dress suit hybrid situation. A lot of women wore something kind of like that, whereas, like, a suit dress hybrid. All of this, like, hardware stuff in here, this row of, like, teeth on the sleeve. You know, we've got some really striking design choices in here. This rose, like, this draping element here, very cool. Gives her a lot of, like, visual interest and drama with all this flowing element. Love the, like, asymmetric cut on this, like, dress jacket situation as well, with the one side going way lower than the other. which helps break up the bare leg situation as well. This, like, garter element as well. Very nice. Very cool also, gloves. Wearing gloves, but the nails are still painted on the gloves with these, like, metal things. That's kind of cool. I think I would like if these were, like, claws rather than just the fingernails. Just, like, sharper claw, or, like, sharper nails, basically, not full-on claws, you know? I think that would be cool. But I just kind of always like the kind of like gloves that have like a clawed element on them. I like this ring a lot as well. I would really like to have that ring. And then we've got like this nice kind of like collar situation in here as well, giving a little bit of a turtleneck, but also giving a little bit of like a button-down vibe as well. As interesting match of styles. And like this hardware stuff is just really cool. Like these like extra metal bits in here with the gold, like not gold, the like jeweled red stuff. Very cool. Super striking design. I love her design a lot. I just said I wasn't sure if I liked anybody more than Herda, but I think I do like Evernight more than Herda. Like this is it's amazing. I love it. Gives a little bit of Arlecchino as well, thinking about it. If you put like Arlecchino in a more feminine outfit, I think this is the kind of thing I would expect her to wear. Because Arlecchino has a very androgynous kind of outfit. I think if you were just to put her in something feminine, you would end up with something pretty similar to this. And her design is super cool as well, so I like that. But yeah, Evernight, it's great. I love it. Awesome. Very cool. Despite everything, it's still you. Evernight's great. She's peak. No notes. Fantastic. I'm just gonna say I do like her more than Herda, actually. I think her design is really sharp, really cool. I like it a lot. Just like lots of really like interesting, unique, like it's a goth outfit as well. We love a goth girl, but like super cool extra design twists in there that like really like elevate the look overall. Really great. Fantastic. They really cooked with that one. So, that's what we've got today for Erudition and Remembrance. Very slanted to the higher end results so far. That will not continue. I think that Honkai Star Rail, I think out of all three games, is probably the one with the character designs I like the least overall. So we've got a very slanted start, but I don't think that's going to carry on throughout the whole series. So, anyway, let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. If you did, please do all of the engagement things that YouTube likes. And let me know what you think of the designs. And yeah, thank you. That's all I've got. Bye-bye.